The story comes to us from mlive.com out of Michigan. A former police officer who also had a past career as an educator is the latest person to be arrested by the Genesee County Sheriff's Office, Genesee Human Trafficking Oppression Strike Team. Well, that's a mouthful. Or GHOST. Did I do it? I think I did an editorial on these guys. The Genesee Human Trafficking Oppression Strike Team, or GHOST. But anyway, Todd Baracco was arrested on March 17th after trying to meet up and have sex with a person he believed was a 15-year-old girl. Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson and To Catch a Predator host Chris Hansen said in a joint announcement on Facebook. Oh, Chris Hansen, is he part of GHOST? So Chris Hansen might be back. Yes, Todd, have a seat over here. What are you doing here tonight? Baracco was arraigned Saturday, March 19th on charges of child sexually abusive activity, accosting children for immoral purposes, and communicating with others on the internet to commit a crime. If convicted, Baracco could serve up to 20 years in prison for the most severe of the charges. Baracco was a part-time police officer with the Vassar Police Department, but has since been fired, Vassar Police Chief Benjamin Gill said in a statement on Facebook. Chris Hansen, said that during the investigation he knows Baracco had an attitude that suggested he held a position of authority. Have a seat over here. Don't tell me what to do, Chris. No. Chris Hansen said his indignation that I would ask him any questions about his activity and he was there for a child, it was unmistakable. So he had a lot of indignation. Like, who are you questioning me? I'm a cop. Chris, you have a seat over there. Upon Baracco's arrest, officials said they found 3 handguns and handcuffs in his vehicle. Ooh, not good. Swanson said he's 44 years old, coming for a 15-year-old. It's not uncommon he might harm somebody else. Yeah, he might do it to somebody else, of course. Baracco had a long career in both law enforcement and education. Surprise, surprise there. What's the correlation? Dealing with youth. Now, his career in education included stints with Imlay City Schools as a dean of students, of course, Merrill Community Schools as a principal, and as an assistant principal with Vassar Public Schools. In law enforcement, Swanson said Baracco's careers included stops as a juvenile probation officer in the Lapeer County Family Court, time with the Marine City Police Department, Oxford Police Department, Mayville Police Department, and Memphis Police Department. Man, this guy gets around. I want to know, really, was he, because sometimes as I'm doing these stories and giving them to you, thoughts are coming up. The thought that comes up now is, why so many police departments? Was he fired or did he just move on? Was he one of those nomads? Well, you can resign or you can be fired. I'll resign. I'll go to the next one. Okay. Guys playing musical chairs with police departments. Baracco does not yet have an attorney listed on this case, according to Genesee County District Court records. Now, Swanson said 13 people have been arrested in GHOST's most recent operation, which began about 4 months ago. 13 people they've arrested for this. It's an unlucky number. Wonder how many are cops. The sheriff said the team targeted different areas in Genesee County, arresting people who said they were attempting to meet up with 13, 14, and 15-year-olds for sex. Hansen said the landscape for crimes like what Baracco is accused of has changed in part due to the emergence of so many social media platforms. Yeah, they can do it from their home now. They don't have to go out, and meet these people so much. They can just meet them online and then say, hey, let's meet at the store or whatever. Let's meet at the mall. He said there are more opportunities than ever before. We see these cases and the number of crimes has exponentially grown, and so has the number of potential victims. So So they say one of the other people arrested as part of the latest investigation was David Dews, a former Mott County College HVAC instructor and security team member at a Davison area church. So one of the people they arrested was not only an instructor at a community college, but in a church. Again, what's the correlation? Youth. It's just, oh my God. So you can read it. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. But here's another one where, a cop and an educator